So Faulls Shoes is a family business. Myself and my two brothers are a part of it, Nick and Ben, and my wonderful husband. We're the fourth generation to run the business, so we've seen, the business been through a lot over its time, and it's still forever changing and evolving.
So my great-grandfather, Thomas Faull, started the business in 1910, and we were one of 15 independent shoe stores in Ballarat at that time. So Faulls was originally one retail store, and over the years we've moved up to its current position in Ballarat, but it took time and it took sacrifice, and we had 10,000 people on account. So in those days you would give shoes to customers on account, they'd pay you in 30 days. Around the Ballarat area was predominantly who we serviced. Faulls was started as a family business, so in those days before Kmart and Myer, in 1910, 1920, you went to an independent retailer. So it was all based on service and community. So when I first started in 1990s, we had 15 staff just in one store. And the customers would come in and they'd say, oh, your great-grandfather and your grandfather gave our family shoes when we couldn't afford to pay for the shoes. So this taught us a lot of lessons, and really my grandfather was a great mentor to me. The service aspect was critical, and it's still a philosophy we believe in today. So Grandad used to say, the guy that comes in for the $1 pair of laces gets the same service as the person buying $200. So this is important because you need empathy and you need respect for all customers. 14 years ago, we decided to move away from Asia and target European manufacturing. Mum and Dad had travelled through Turkey, and Mum had bought a leather jacket, and the leather was so good that we decided to move our wholesale program to Turkey just on the back of the leather. And today we use multiple components, so we might source raffia from Spain, outsoles from Italy, and leathers from Turkey. So the European manufacturing process is a little bit different to Asian manufacturing process. So it's more handmade, and in Italy and Spain and France and London, the fashion capitals of Europe, it's revered as handmade, and meet the hand of the maker is one of our philosophies with Bueno, one of our brands. Wanting to give value for money and quality to our customers. Marketing
is extremely important, as Adroit knows as well. Faulls Shoes tends to pivot in those areas.
The marketing has evolved, a great deal through the business, from the older-fashioned radios to slots in the papers, to really trying to hone in directly to our customers and speak to them directly. And of course, social media and emails, direct marketing is obviously the way we've had to improve and grow in that space.
The thing that Mum's always taught us as a family is that we are not allowed to talk about business when we're at a family function, and I think that that's really kept us together as a family. So that's one thing that stands out to me. Faulls Shoes is a family-orientated business, so we sell a wide range of shoes to the whole family. Mum can come in and grab a pair of fashion shoes. EOS is one of our amazing brands. We've got Bueno shoes, which is one of our own brands. We've got men's shoes, we've got comfort shoes, goes through the whole family. And we see generations come back too, we're a generational business, but we see, Grandma bring in her mum and her grandkids. And it's always a joy to see and meet them come through the door.
Faulls Shoes being a family business, we've got family values. We treat our staff like family. Family is a very important piece of the puzzle to us, and the family values that we pass on to our children, we want to mirror that in our business as well.
As a retail group, we run 5 footwear stores throughout Victoria and Tasmania. We're located here in Ballarat with both a comfort-focused and a family-focused footwear store. Geelong, we've got 2 sites as well. Warrnambool, we've been in Warrnambool for about nearly 18 years, and Tasmania as well, which we've just celebrated a 25th anniversary, both in Hobart and in Launceston. We constantly have to be ahead of the game. Predominantly when we first started, we had 1 retail store, so insurances were easy to cater for. You had a set amount of stock, and you didn't have a lot of other worries. Public liability insurance was important.
But when you're bringing containers and you're shipping to multiple countries, there's a lot bigger dimension and aspect. There's a multitude of factors as you start selling internationally and start selling just in Australia and New Zealand that have to be considered. And it's fantastic to have the support of Adroits who understand these types of demands on business.
Faulls Shoes started business with Adroit around 20 years ago, and we started dealing with Steve Goldman, who is not only confident and friend, but also a great business relationship with Faulls Shoes, and has been for a long time. Actually, family friend. Most of our family knows him. Look, insurance is one of those things which is inevitably something goes wrong in business, and we had a situation in 2021 where we had a flood situation in our warehouse. It was a huge natural event where some gutters overflowed and we lost about 13,000 pairs of stock, and it was a huge impact on our business, and without insurance, I don't know what we would have done, to be honest. We worry about all risks, and some of those risks you don't realise you have until you speak to a risk advisor. And so they bring things to the table that you perhaps haven't even thought about or recognised that are a risk to your business. And that's really important when assessing, the longevity of your business and how it can survive through various traumas that may occur. As our business has put in these different arms of our business, whether it be wholesale, more retail, e-commerce, all of those areas that we've grown in, the insurance has had to match those areas and that growth over a period of time. Faulls Shoes, in conjunction with Adroit, have talked to us about marine insurance in particular, which is insurance that for our products that go on the water from our factories. And that's a really important key factor in our operations today.
With Faulls new models, we'll be going with our brand new brand. So it'll be a Bueno stores that we're going to expand to retail. We're starting with the western suburbs of Melbourne. So we're going to need support and skill sets for these roles. And of course, we've got a lot of stock going into those stores, a lot of beautiful stock, buttery soft leathers from Europe. And we will need the support of Adroits to ensure this and have public liability as they're in bigger shopping centres.